Gone were the crickets. You see, the shrew has poor eyesight, a biological flaw that Operation Tiny Terror sought to rectify with terrifying efficiency. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the first scratching sounds began not from the floorboards, but from the walls. It was a skittering symphony of thousands of tiny claws, a sound like a million needles knitting a sweater made of nightmares. Local authorities dismissed the initial 911 calls as overactive imaginations, right up until a patrol car was found stripped of its leather upholstery in under 4 minutes. There is a specific kind of horror in realizing that the monster under your bed is not a 10-foot-tall beast, but 10,000 pounds demons who have uneaten in 3 hours and have decided your ankles look like an Olukani buffet. The atmosphere in town transformed from suburban boredom to a survivalist's fever dream. Doors were bolted, towels were stuffed into gaps, but shrews are liquid when they want to be, and these shrews, they were very, very thirsty for chaos. By midnight, the town of Shady Oaks had become a tactical playground for the world's smallest insurgents. The local high school gym, designated as a safe zone, had fallen within 20 minutes, not to a frontal assault, but to a coordinated infiltration through the industrial vents. It turns out that a shrew's metabolism requires it to eat its own body weight every few hours. And when you've been genetically modified for optimal aggression, a bag of stale popcorn in the concession stand is merely an appetizer for the main course. The gym teacher's prized collection of leather dolls. The darkness was no longer empty. It was inhabited by a rhythmic, high-pitched chittering that sounded suspiciously like a war chant. To look into their tiny, goggled eyes was to gaze into an abyss that did just stare back. It calculated exactly how much velocity was required to leap from a bookshelf onto your jugular. It was a masterpiece of biological warfare, or perhaps just the world's most expensive and mean-spirited prank. As the moon reached its zenith, the true genius of Operation Tiny Terror revealed itself. This wasn't just a mass release. It was a demonstration of sheer, unbridled spite. The shrews didn't want your gold, they wanted your dignity. They systematically targeted the Wi-Fi cables, chewing through fiber optics with the precision of a diamond-tipped saw, plunging the town into a digital dark age. Families huddled in their living rooms, armed with nothing but brooms and heavy boots, listening to the relentless tap-tap of 3,000 tiny hearts beating in unison outside their front doors. The mayor's emergency broadcast was cut short by a muffled squeak and the sound of a microphone being dragged into a crawlspace. If you've ever looked at a garden hedge and wondered what's staring back, you might want to start checking your floorboards, because the tiny terror is only just beginning. If this descent into suburban madness sent a chill down your spine, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to our channel for more tales of the unexplained, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a skittering sound in the dark. We want to hear from you in the comments. If 10,000 angry, goggled shrews were at your front door right now, what is the one household item you'd grab to defend your ankles? Stay vigilant, stay curious, and remember, sometimes the biggest nightmares come in the smallest packages.